Hello friends, today we will discuss the gap of GDP. The gap of GDP usually refers to the output gap, which measures the difference between an economy's actual GDP and its potential GDP. So we will discuss types of output gap. There are three types of output gaps. First is positive output gap, where actual GDP is greater than the potential GDP. Economy is producing more than its sustainable capacity, often due to overutilization of resources. So its implication, it leads to inflationary pressure because demand exceeds supply. For example, potential GDP, if potential GDP is equal to rupees 200 trillion and actual GDP is equal to rupees 210 trillion, then output gap will be of plus rupees 10 trillion, that is positive. This might happen during an economic boom or festive demand in India. Then comes second one is negative output gap, which means actual GDP is less than potential GDP. Economy is underperforming. Resources like labor and capital are underutilized. Its implication leads to unemployment and deflationary pressure because demand is low. Example, if potential GDP is rupees 200 trillion and actual GDP is of rupees 180 trillion. Output gap is of minus 20 trillion, that is negative. This can occur during a recession, such as after COVID-19 lockdowns in 2022. This had happened. Then comes zero output gap, where actual GDP is equal to potential GDP. Economy is at full employment level, no inflationary or deflationary pressure. So we can understand with an example. Potential GDP is rupees 200 trillion and actual GDP is also rupees 200 trillion. Then output gap is zero. This is an ideal but rare scenario. So formula for output GDP gap is equal to actual GDP minus potential GDP divided by potential GDP into 100.